My asshole was never the same again. Today, we take a look at 3 recent Today I Fucked Up stories from Reddit. Tried to lose my virginity to a porn star. Fucked up. Oh buddy. Do I feel embarrassed about this one? A little over a year and a half ago I was getting close to my 22nd birthday. I was enrolled in university and doing well for myself, but something was still missing. Having never so much as kissed a girl, the thought of finally discovering romance was weighing heavy on my mind. I didn't want to be 22 and still be a virgin. So I started exploring my sexuality. I set up an account on a fetish website. I thought that by reaching out to members there, I might find someone that may have a fetish for virgins. I ended up going way over my head. Instead of using Tinder like most people, I went headfirst down the rabbit hole of sexual extremes. I let my pent-up desires get the best of me, and found people who were definitely far more into the sexual lifestyle than I thought I was. I messaged a dominatrix about potentially meeting up. She sent me a fucking application form to fill out. I realized I was in too deep when I saw the entire 4-page interview she wanted me to give her. Crazy. I was just about to nope the hell out of that website when I received a message from an attractive girl only a few miles from me. She said she was a porn star from Australia. I asked her why she was here in the US. She said she was on a business trip and staying at a nearby hotel when my profile had caught her eye. Being careful, I searched her profile pictures on Google and I got nothing. I started flirting with her. Now I was beyond excited. I asked for pictures to make sure she was real. She sent me some, and I sent some back. Legit. It was then she said, "There's something I need to tell you." I asked her what it was. She let me know she was looking for a man to do a porn video with. She thought that my virginity made things interesting. She asked me if I was comfortable with a camera. I said yes. I didn't care. I just wanted to do this shit. She told me to go pick up a bottle of wine and meet her at the local Hampton Inn. I drove out and bought a bottle of red wine for us at a grocery store, the entire time telling my friends what I was getting into. This is it. I was sweating, I was so nervous. That was when she told me I need to do something else. Send $100 to my manager's PayPal account for service fees. Okay. I knew jack shit about the porn industry and was horny beyond belief. I didn't care what it took, this needed to happen. I was tired of waiting. I logged into my PayPal and sent the money to the address provided. There goes $100. I get back on the road and keep driving. My friends had told me not to do anything I wasn't comfortable with. I didn't care now. Then as I approached the next turn, my phone buzzed again. It was the porn star. "We need you to send another $100 to my company's account." My heart fucking sank. It was at this moment I realized I had fucked up. No porn star would even be asking for money to be involved in a porn shoot. I was too horny to realize the scam that was happening right before me. I had been played. I pulled off the road into a parking lot and cried for an hour. How could I have been so stupid? I kept asking myself. Why didn't I video chat her? Why didn't I ask for an unmistakable picture of her face? My asshole was never the same again. Today I fucked up by buying my wife a sex book. Our sex life has been pretty boring for the 3 years we've been married. We are both on our second marriage, I'm a widower and she's divorced. My late wife was very, very adventurous, and her first husband was vanilla missionary, or nothing. Over lunch yesterday we talked about sex, and how it's become mundane, with her admitting that she's only really ever felt comfortable with ordinary sex because that's all she's known. I suggested we get a book for her to read to get an idea of what she might like to try. So we went into town to the bookshop and bought a book which she spent the next 3 hours reading in the bath. Come bedtime, 9 p.m. unusually, I'm dragged to bed, and set upon in very pleasurable way until about an hour and I feel fingers caressing my anus and perineum. Then, a finger followed, and to my surprise, the one and only vibrator, a small one, we have, was pushed inside of me. Much pleasure was had until my wife gasped and started to sound worried. Behind me I felt a lot of fumbling. Wife was sounding worried, then just stopped and said sorry. I asked what had happened. The vibe had slipped, been pushed, a little too far and had gone all the way in. For the next hour we tried to excrete the thing and finally gave up, still buzzing inside. As we both had a drink, a taxi was booked, and a trip to And was made. It took only a few minutes with a speculum, lube, and forceps to remove the then quiet vibe from me, and after promising to be more careful in future, we returned home. This morning I skipped my normal bike ride and have sat gingerly at my desk. Wife just wandered in and wondered if I'd like to get a bigger vibe, so it doesn't get stuck. I don't know what I've awakened. Girlfriend almost dumped me, but it's not what you think. Although this happened a few weeks ago, I can still say I fucked up. A few weeks ago, my girlfriend asked me if she could use an account of mine for an ebook supplier. We share basically all our internet services, so I obviously said yes. When she texted me for my password, it turned out that I forgot it and I told her she just reset it, and I will change it to something we both can remember. After that, she didn't answer me anymore for a while. That was a little weird, but nothing to worry about. Maybe she just had something else to do. So, in the evening on the same day, I came home and she wasn't there. When I went into the kitchen I found a little piece of paper on which she wrote, "Thanks for lying to me. I am at my parents' for a while." That scared me. I freaked out, and was confused as fuck. I did not know how I'd have lied to her, and why she would just pack up and go. I immediately tried to call her to figure out what is wrong, but she wouldn't pick up. I texted her to call me, because I really didn't know how I'd lied to her. She didn't reply back that evening. I went to bed frightened as hell thinking that I'm going to lose her. Did not sleep well. The next morning she came home, as she figured it might make sense to talk about the matter. It turned out that when she tried to reset the password for my account, a safety question popped up. It was, "What was the name of your first partner?" She always knew that we were both out first partners, and we really liked that about our relationship. So when she typed in her name and it didn't work, something just went off in her. At the time, I chose this question and the answer to it, I wasn't in a relationship. I was really desperate for a girlfriend back then, and the whole topic made me quite frustrated. So my answer to the question was, nobody ever. She didn't know this obviously, so when she found out that her name wasn't the answer, she thought I lied to her about something that is really important to her. Moral of the story: update your security answers after getting a girlfriend. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.